G'day folks, welcome back to Tavern Keeper, where in the previous episode we have been struggling to get our second star. We don't even have 1.5 stars at the moment, so yeah, we've really got to up our game, although we did make some progress upgrading the kitchen, and also we've got a whole bunch more staff members, including one of those like really spooky skelly looking things. So and I suspect he doesn't actually need to sleep, so we could perhaps maybe just have him work like all day and night. I don't know if that is a possibility, but we did a little bit of decorating as well in the previous episode, so things are looking quite nice actually. So you can actually turn on like the walls to see like how those decorations are you know, holding up against the walls and stuff. Not that every single decoration needs a wall to sit on, but anyway, let's continue on because well, we do need to try and get those stars, right? So our problem really is that people are getting impatient and they're leaving. So we did get a whole bunch of staff. I'm going to just see how things play out within like another day, and to see whether or not, you know, there's any more improvements, whether or not we need an additional staff member or what the deal is. And I was sort of thinking about our layout here. We could potentially move the staff room over here. I think I mentioned that potential idea in the previous episode. So we could potentially do that and just expand the tap room on this side. But if we're having trouble satisfying our patrons with the size of the tap room that it is in currently, then, you know, we're going to have some real issues dealing with even more customers. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that just yet. Let's just take a look here. 75% average patron satisfaction. That's really what's holding us back. Is it climbing? Not sure. Let's speed things up a lot faster and let's just see whether or not the rating changes. Oh, actually, there we go. It is looking much better now. So we might actually cross over to 75% on the next day. So maybe it's just a waiting game. Yeah, look at him. He's definitely not really doing much. And not sleeping, that is. So I wonder if we could just like, I don't know, give him like janitor duties, for instance, at night. That way he's just cleaning the entire place before we even start the next day. I'm gonna test that out actually, because if we have a worker that literally doesn't need to sleep, then we could, well, I was gonna say utilize that. Sounds like exploitation to me, but I don't know. I mean, we'll utilize people's strengths, right? Like, I'm gonna see what happens if we do that. And obviously, he has a happiness level, right? So maybe it might drop if we get him to constantly work. And then there's energy levels as well. I don't know if the energy levels drop ever, and that could be the reason why he doesn't sleep. So anyway, we'll see how things go. But at least, you know, if he's awake, he may as well be doing some work, right? Alright, we're running out of drinks, so I do want to perhaps maybe just top things up a little bit here with a few lower quality drinks. We could get a batch of carrots, actually. Doesn't seem like a bad idea.
I know it's tempting to just serve tankards of bog water, but we probably shouldn't.
And I do want better drinks, obviously, so let's just take a look here. Finnegan, Mudweiser, we could do those. Maybe we'll buy... Yeah, that seems like enough to me. I'm just trying to take a look at what ingredients we need. We need game hens, gaffer spuds. When we run out of the morsel soup, I think maybe we can just switch to morsel soup with the gold heart carrots, because we've got 2 batches of that, especially after making some of these purchases. So yeah, we'll switch things up once we run out of the soup. And I am thinking we probably want to expand the storeroom sometime soon. It's a bit of a difficult balancing act, because I don't want too much in the storeroom either. Although I've got a batch of drinks coming soon. Oh, there we go. So soup is out. Let's just remove the morsel soup here from the menu, because it's literally no longer going to be available. And then we can add a new dish, and we say it's a morsel soup with game hen and with the golden heart carrots, they're called. So let's create that, and let's make sure that this pot is used for that. So yeah, people are definitely waiting quite a bit. So we do need to select a drink. So what do we have here? So Mudweiser, let's go with that. Yeah, this is gonna drop our rating quite significantly. Ooh, got a new story here coming in.
An elf approaches the bar dressed in fine clothing. She looks out of place among the locals, clearly a traveller from another region. She draws a wand of twisted wood from her sleeve and taps it against her temple, summoning a bandit's mask into place across her eyes. She smirks and brandishes the wand in your direction. How now, Tavern Keep? Your finery or your life?
I'll take my chances. Let's fight.
An offer of violence? How uncouth. I meant I'll take your actual life. She flourishes the wand gracefully. Observe the wand of stolen aspects. With a flick of my wrist, I will snatch your face, and your identity becomes mine.
Oh, well, I just meant I'll hit you in the face.
My face? She recoils, looking you up and down with thinly veiled disgust. I knew the human lands were barbaric, but intending to strike someone in the face for the compliment of a simple robbery? I could never have imagined it. She shakes her head judgmentally and tucks the wand away. The mask evaporates from her face. I believe our business is concluded, you ruffian. Good day to you.
Okay. Well, we handled that pretty well, I would have to say. Alright, but this rating is still a bit problematic. So why aren't we getting service? I think it's probably because a lot of people are maybe just doing too many things all at once. So maybe this is the time for us to specialize. Let's wait until the day is over. Because we're hovering just below 75%. I think we can definitely get there with the amount of staff that we have. We just need people doing the right jobs. Ooh, we've got a lot of prezzies actually, which I haven't opened. Bottle shelf. Candles. Rat's handbill. I know the perfect place for that. Roosterfield banner. And some cheers. Always nice. We are raking in the money though, so it's looking pretty good. The storeroom is looking a little bit dark, although I feel like that's not a bad thing because we can sort of make sure that the storeroom is a bit cooler than the rest of, you know, the building, really. Because we've got fires and all that sort of stuff burning everywhere, well, candles at least. Yeah, alright, let's continue on. Yeah, people are about to go to bed. I do want to just check on Cuthbert here, because we're getting him to work pretty much all day and all night. And he doesn't seem to be losing any happiness or energy, so this could be a really good thing, actually. So we could specialize him into being, say, a server during the day. That might actually speed up the process of getting to various customers. But more importantly, we need a chef. So let's see. I think we want Daniel on chefing. So let's go ahead and switch that up. And for all the generalists, what we'll do is we'll check off the chef job, and that way they may be generalists, but they won't really be touching anything in the kitchen aside from obviously serving any of those meals. So yeah, let's experiment with something like that, and we'll see how we go on the next day. Hopefully we'll get things over the line. 71% is not too bad to start off tomorrow. Yeah, but we do have a bit of a problem with dirt building up in the other rooms that are not exactly being used. So I'm not entirely sure why the janitors don't exactly work on any of these rooms. And it seems like they only care about it once the room is utilized for something, you know? Alright, we've got more booze coming in. We've got space for 3 of it, but we might need to try and serve up at least one of them. Okay. Let's speed things up, and let's see if things climb to 75% or not today. Let's see. We have... yeah, we've got some game hen... more game hen here, common rats. I think I should buy another batch of game hen. And I think we should do breakfast rolls as well. And I would love to expand the kitchen to be able to start baking our own bread, because that generally sells quite well. Anyway, that's a decent enough spend for the day. Yeah, okay, some of the common rat has spoiled, actually. Which means we may need... oh no, we've got infestation nests, so this can become problematic if not dealt with. Oh, okay, hang on a second. Working too much. Okay. Alright, right, 24 hours out of 20 hours. So if we reduce his hours, he won't be so upset with us. So maybe what we can do is we can make him take time off from maybe 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That seems decent enough. And yeah, everyone else is still pretty happy, so shouldn't really be too much of an issue, so I think that should improve things. I do need someone who's not squeamish to squash this bug nest. Yeah, let's use Ingrid. So she's not squeamish. Let's remove that by hand. You can use other methods to remove it, but it does cost money, so... and if you remove it by hand, you do get a happiness penalty there. But that's okay, that'll climb back up, I'm sure. So, let's see. Are we getting to all of our customers? Yeah, I think so. This one's, yeah, just about to leave there, so... so Cuthbert's not happy, still. No tunic, no service. Fair enough. Let's just take a look at Cuthbert here. Okay. Yeah, he's not very happy at all. Though he is taking some time off now, which is good. Yeah, so that was pretty close. So I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to see that climb on the next day. He was unhappy because he had worked for the entire day today. But I think that should change. Bayou Chronicle Volume 4. Con artist at large wanted posters posted from River Bottom to Merriman call for the arrest of a prolific con artist known for identity theft, grift, forgery, and tax fraud. As no one knows the name or appearance of the fraudster, authorities just drew a variety of fictitious portraits on the posters in the hopes that one might be right by accident. What are all these frogs princes of exactly? Need gold? Experts say just walk to Domhain and ask. Lord Neilden petitions wizards to create moon travel spell. Yeah, I reckon this con artist is the one that rocked up to our bar. Alright, so let's take a look at stuff here. Okay, so he's already starting work. Mental break, +4 time off. Yeah, okay. We'll keep an eye out on it. How are we going for all of our booze? I think our booze is looking good. If he sells some rats or something, I might actually buy some. Doesn't look like he does though. I'll go with more golden heart carrots. And I'm gonna see if I can grab myself some common rats here. Yeah, maybe a couple of batches wouldn't be too bad. And I think we've got a delivery of the game hens that we ordered coming in today. So, looking good. I think we do need one more staff member, guys. We're not really getting to the 75%, are we? So, why not? Let's hire someone. We've got plenty of cash right now. And yeah, preferably someone good at serving. This first person looks good. Albin. He's a stress eater though. But if we make sure that we don't get on his bad side, then we should be pretty good. Kathy's pretty good as well. She is... Oh, okay, I was gonna say she was a slowpoke, but that's not quite right. Stress lethargy, so if she's critically unhappy, she'll slow down. Can't be bribed, and she's squeamish. Clumsy. Maybe the other person is better. And cheaper, too. In terms of upkeep. Or, well, actually, no. It's about the same. Cheaper to hire initially. But yeah, he's got this quick burner modifier, which means that he slows down throughout the day. I don't mind it. I think we've got someone else like that. Let's do that. Alright, so now we're actually utilizing that other bed, right? So that's not a bad thing.
I'm not surprised the Dark Lord abdicated a while back. I knew him when they were young. Kind of a flake.
Okay, time to just watch the numbers climb, hopefully. One thing that I am going to do is actually bomb this, so I can buy some insecticide, nest killer, and we can try and get rid of nests with this. So I'll buy a couple, and that'll be delivered, and then we can get rid of it. There's a benefit to using that as well, because I think it prevents any more nests from appearing for a period of time. for that room. Okay, more booze. Let's get Mudweiser in. Okay, there's our stock for more meals. Looking good. Though, I feel like I already need more. So, we only have 10 game hen, so I think it might be a decent idea to get a couple more. And let's get some gaffer spuds as well. And with the game hen and gaffer spuds, I think what I'll do is fast delivery. It's a bit pricey, but I think it might be worth it. And then, yeah, our insecticide is taking its time getting to us, unfortunately. Let's just take a look at Cuthbert here. He is, yeah, he's not too happy. I could get him to do, like, dog's body work, as well as cleaning, to deliver some of this stuff, but that's okay. I'll leave everyone else to do it. Alright, we're at 70%. Hoping for a better day here, but yeah. I mean, we have one more staff member, so I'm sort of hoping that that's going to be enough.
I heard there's a big bounty on one of our patrons. I'm gonna rat him out.
Big bounty? 100 collected bounty. Maybe it's for the person that we dealt with before. Another story. Oh, Cuthbert. Maybe he's unhappy?
A beggar rambles in. Surprisingly, he approaches Cuthbert. You watch as Cuthbert pats his hips where pockets would be, then tips his skull forward and claps it on the back. A pair of gold coins come tumbling out of his open jaw into the beggar's hand. Cuthbert watches him go, then turns his lidless stare to you. Decent sort, him. Do you think I may have been a beggar? You know, in me first go around. Sure wish I could remember sometimes.
Maybe I can help. Can you remember anything at all?
Well, I do have one vague memory about watching a town burn. There was gold heaped at my feet and humans were running all around shouting. Seems like an odd thing to do. He rubs his chin with the gentle scrape of bone on bone. Aside from that, it's pretty hazy. Bits and pieces like something heavy in my hands, someone begging for mercy, my cheek being itchy. All meaningless without context, you know.
What were the people shouting?
I think it was something like... Cuthbert throws his arms in the air, waving them from side to side. Ah! I'm on fire! Ah!
And can you recall what you're holding?
He hefts the mop in his hands, staring vacantly at it. Wood handle like this one? Yeah, that seems right. Heavier, though. Something with a metal head, like an axe or a spear or a shovel. He looks back up. Oh, maybe I was doing a bit of gardening.
Yeah, nah, mate. It's definitely like either a bandit or a soldier of some kind. I think I can take a guess at what you used to be.
You think so? Bless you, that was dead easy. I should have asked you for help ages ago. Cuthbert leans on his mop, his posture wistful. What a relief. I spent so long as a dungeon henchman. To tell the truth, it'd be a real nice change to think of myself in a more positive light. Could even get back to me old line of work one day. After you're dead and gone, of course.
Okay. Now I'm thinking maybe we should just tell him a white lie to make him feel a bit better about himself. So, you could have been an actor. It sounds like a play.
That's it. That explains why I'm such a people skeleton. Is that performer's ebullience. Maybe I can think of some more details. Put on a performance here in the tavern. Be good to get back to me living roots, so to speak. His skull is bobbing up and down enthusiastically as he returns to work with a vigour, and he's still musing to himself as you leave him to his tasks. Explains why there was so much stage blood everywhere. Should have thought of it myself.
Alright. Good stuff, good stuff. But what's not good is our rating here, so I'm still not entirely sure how we're going to climb up to 75%. And I'm just a little bit nervous about expanding until we get there, so let me just have a look at everything else here. 2 drinks on your tavern menu. So we have the same thing being served. Yeah, okay, so that's probably not a good idea. Let's do Bog's Bitter on the other one. And I think we should get ourselves a delivery of some better booze. So let's do more Feineken, more Mudweiser, and that can be delivered normally. We are actually running out of booze. More gifts. Let's take a look. Okay. Interesting looking decorations. Not entirely sure if I'm going to use all of it, but... Alright, how are we going here? Still stuck at 70%. Okay, our insecticide is here, so let's bomb that nest. Because someone's just gonna simply do that when they're not busy. Very nice. Okay, so that's all of the nests gone. Doesn't get rid of all of the pests though, so, and those nests can reappear after like a day or a couple of days maybe? Alright, so 71%. Cuthbert's back to his usual self, so he's very happy. That's good. I'm thinking we want to do something with the kitchen and the storage room. We definitely need to expand a little bit. So let's go ahead and plan for that. So just gonna move things around initially. So, storeroom. Definitely need a little bit of space on this front, so... And I'm just having a think of how much space I need for the kitchen. I think I'll bring the storeroom up to this size here. That doesn't seem too bad. So yeah. Let's do that. Actually, maybe not too much. Maybe this is enough. It gets rid of some of those walls, and yeah, we definitely want a door leading out that way. And thinking maybe I'll just reposition that slightly. Good. So I'm hoping we can fit one more barrel rack. We can. That's good. And then we do have a bit more space for more like ingredients and stuff, which is good, but I do want to get some meat hooks in sometime soon. And meat hooks should be able to help us sort of keep some of the meats that we would use for stews. Maybe I can even start planning for that. I think maybe we shouldn't go too crazy on the meat hooks, to be honest. Maybe one to begin with is enough. I'll just scoot that over so we can fit at least one more ladder shelf. And I think that looks pretty decent to me. The kitchen can now be expanded over to this side. And I think I'd be pretty happy with keeping the kitchen that size, although if we have more things on the menu, we may need a couple of chefs to operate the kitchen. Let's do that. Okay, and whoever's cleaning should start cleaning all of this stuff up, and yeah, I mean, all of this is sort of blocked off for the moment, which means that I guess we don't really have a way to go in there. Should I even worry about it? I guess customers won't exactly go through there anyway, so maybe we don't need to worry about it so much. But this should give us the opportunity for one more soup pot. So I think we should get that in immediately. And now we should be able to make 2 types of dishes using 2 pots. Though another thing that I want to get in is the bread oven. And this thing is gigantic. Needs quite a bit of space. So how am I gonna fit this in is the question. I guess I could do something like that, potentially. But it is blocking some of the pathways, isn't it? So what I might do is I might sort of shuffle things around a little bit. So firefighting, maybe what we could do is we could tuck this oven in the corner right there. We can then move the soup pot right here. That should still give people space to go through. And then yeah, no matter how you sort of cut it, we are sort of struggling with space. Just thinking whether or not we can maybe fit the soup pot in there. Will we be able to reach the window? I think if we scoot the window over here, I think we should still have access to place the meals down. And then, yeah, we can do the grilling on this side. That looks pretty good, actually. And then I can maybe place the firefighting gear over here. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Though the firefighting gear is all the way on the other side. I probably want to think about placing another one somewhere on this side at some point. Alright. Good work, Cuthbert. I love to see that. He's cleaning all of the dirt in the new area. Actually, there's a little bit of dirt over here. Merchants here. We've got a big delivery of booze, but I think it might not be a bad idea to get some more. Ooh, he's selling common rats as well. We may as well get another batch. We do have 17 in stock though. Maybe that's overkill. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh, we are running out of breakfast rolls though. Yeah, let's do breakfast rolls, maybe a couple of them. Let's do instant delivery. Well, it's not exactly instant now, is it? Another story. Ah, a lot of stuff happening here.
Hey, you. Are you the one who ratted out my brother? Muscled arms and broad shoulders crowd your vision. Slowly, your eye is drawn up towards a rough-hewn, scowling face. Scars, missing teeth. This must be about that bounty Hops collected. Seems like her claims of immortality are about to be tested, unless you take the hit for her. I know it was someone who worked in this tavern.
Right, so it wasn't the person who tried to stick us up. Yep, I guess that was me.
Yeah? That took some nerve. In fact, I have something for you, buddy. A massive arm raises. You flinch. A ham-hock fist releases a shower of gold coins on the counter. Little token of thanks. My brother was getting in over his head with the wrong people. If he can pay his dues and turn his life around, my pa will consider hiring him back on at the bakery. Sure would like to see my brother safe. Thanks again.
Okay, that was unexpected. Hence, snitches get riches. Very good, very good. Love it. Alright.
Aww, thanks for taking the heat for me. Also, you're welcome for getting you that tip.
Alright, let's take a look
We're
at everything.
splitting that 2 ways, right?
Yeah, we're already at 2 stars for all of the services that we're offering, so it's really just getting 75% patron satisfaction, which is proving to be a lot tougher than I expected. Let me just take a look here. So this one is the soup with the carrots in it, but I think what I'm gonna do on this one is a stew. And to create a stew, we're going to need, I guess, not morsels, but actual, like, meats and stuff. So, let's go shopping. Let's see if we can order, like, proper meat. Like, mutton, for instance. I think I'll do, like, a couple of batches of mutton. And I'll have that delivered, like, very quickly. And then we can get started with making stew as well. Alright, now we've got a task to bake some bread, but let's not rush into that just yet, because I think we've got our hands full here already. Once we hit 75%, I might consider moving the staff room over to this side. There we go. All of our mutton, looking good.
Quick tip. Make sure there are enough tables and bars for incoming patrons. Otherwise, they'll just leave.
Okay, maybe that's the problem. Maybe we've got people just like rocking up and then not even staying. Let's create a meal. Stew. Oh, we need bog water. Okay. Guys, who's getting the bog water? Actually, let's do a couple of batches of bog water. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. Maybe I just prioritize that and someone will actually fetch it. There we go. Got the bog water now. Let's do the stew. Oh, it's not done yet. Okay, I thought the animation had completed there. Okay, let's go now. Chunks, mutton, and veggies. Let's use the spuds. So we'll reserve the spuds for the stew and then the carrots for the soup. And yeah, we've got ingredients for, I think, almost everything. Actually, what are we missing here for the soup? Have we run out of something? Could be the bog water. Oh, it's carrots, actually. We've run out of carrots. Man, keeping track of everything, very difficult. Let's do a couple of batches of carrots. Let's also get speedy delivery on that. And we still have plenty of game hen. So let's just order that. Okay, climbing. Oh, let's actually select the stew. That's the reason why some of the mutton's just like hanging out there, which is obviously not good. I think I'm gonna need an extra rack for the storeroom, or a shelf rather. Alright, hopefully we'll get 75% on the next day. Alright, so I'm considering whether or not we need a couple of servers instead of having generalists. Because maybe that's what we need to prioritize, just serving the customers. And because Cuthbert cleans the place early in the morning and late at night, we can sort of ignore janitor duties a little bit, you know? I'm getting there. Just keeping an eye out on whether or not people are leaving in frustration. Let's do Imperial Red. Okay, that's not bad. That's not a bad outcome. Just keep an eye out on stock. Breakfast rolls. I think we've got all the ingredients for more morsel soup. I think we just need to order in some breakfast rolls. And do we want to think about better booze at this stage? It might not be a bad idea. So let's see. Breakfast rolls. Don't want to go too crazy, because we might not have the space to store it. And then let's go with the, not Baron's Brewery. I think the better booze comes from up here. Yeah, let's do some apple schlam, and we'll do some Nomad's Nectar. But we won't worry about, like, speedy delivery, I don't think, because we've got a decent amount of booze still in stock. So by the time that arrives, I think it'll be perfect for us to sort of switch out. At least, that's my plan anyway. Will better booze result in better customer satisfaction? I'm not sure. Okay. It's always something, but the common rats have spoiled, so we're gonna need to buy some common rat, because we do still have it on the menu. Let's do just like one batch, or should I even bother with it? Maybe the trick is to just go with other ingredients. So we're using game hen for the soup, and for skewers. Maybe I should be getting some farm hens and maybe replacing the rat skewer with the farm hen skewer. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. Which means I probably want to take the grilled common rat off the menu. So people are not going to expect to, you know, to order it or to eat it in our establishment. Bayou Chronicle 5. Wizards College in hot water. The Wizards College seeks to overturn the Educators Guild's decision to strip them of their accreditation. When approached for comment, the Educators Guild representative responded, "Sure, their graduates can lodge a sword in a stone, but they don't know basic maths." Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, let's continue on. Again, trying to speed through to get to 75% here. Merchants here. We could get a bit of apple schlam right away if we wanted it. Why not? We've got a bit of space. Is it me, or are customers coming a little bit later in the day? I wonder if it might not be a bad idea for us to, like, start later. This person's waiting. Let's prioritize. Let's check out our prezzies as well, because that's also very important. You know, we've got tons of money, I know, so we could probably do a little bit of decorating, but... yeah, I think maybe the trick could be just keeping an eye out on who needs service and prioritizing. Okay, need more booze in here. Let's do just drink it, because I feel like this is probably going to go bad if we don't actually use it. There we go. Finally! We got our star. Let's just go through the animation here. Brilliant. And that unlocks the ability to also consider accommodation for our tavern. So we might think about that. I mean, it's kind of early days for it though, but I'm thinking of reserving some of this space here for accommodation. I reckon we can get maybe 2 or 3 rooms and a like a front desk that you know, welcomes people and all that sort of stuff. I do want to still expand the tap room, so we'll utilize this space, and I'll probably expand the tap room back this way as well, so we'll have a bigger counter with I guess maybe 3 drinks instead of 2, so that's the goal anyway. Let's speed things up a little bit. And, well, considering we got to 2 stars, I reckon we should just celebrate by doing a little bit of decorating. Why not? Letter from the Tavern Keepers Guild. Tavern Keeper, your tavern's rating has increased. Congratulations on earning 2 stars. Well done. Enclosed, you'll find another treasury, I think it's stipend. Sorry, I mispronounced that last time. Of 200 gold to stimulate further development. There we go. Right, so decorations. I think we can keep decorating the wall over here, and we should have more art that we can place down. Why not? Let's place Grandpa here. Like that.
Lovely.
We'll do
I always love narrating visual details.
close and personal. Sure. Let's do... Some of these paintings cost a lot of money though, if you look at like the amount of gold. So yeah, definitely want to be careful when placing some of this stuff down. Let's do the infernal silhouette. Maybe we do a slightly bigger one. I think we could probably bring that forward a little bit, like so. And I reckon maybe just like a couple more on this side. Elf boy? Sure. That looks decent. Do we want more bills? I think we could do that. A rat's handbill. Yeah. Let's do that. And let's try and realign it like we did the other day. We'll probably reduce the size. Oh no. Yeah. Let's reposition it. And how do I reduce the size though? Scale. Oh, there we go. That's the way to stretch stuff. Interesting. Yeah, because I was considering like stretching the coat of arms there. Yeah, something like that. That looks decent. Alright. More decorations though, because we've got like stuff that we can place on walls. We've got like shelving and whatnot. Let's do... I'm not entirely sure where to find all of that, but let's just check out the objects. We can actually do a search for stuff, so shelves, log shelves. Oh, okay. Not quite what I was looking for, because weren't there like a bunch of shelves that you could place with like bottles and stuff like that on it? Yeah, there's so much stuff here that you can play around with. Crazy. Ceramic. Let's just have a look through objects. Yeah, I can see like plates and all that sort of stuff as well. Might be good for placing onto like tables and whatnot. Alright. I'm not really finding what I want to place on the walls. there's other stuff to consider here. Small drawers. Okay, these are tiny though. Probably not the most appropriate. Having a look at like textiles and stuff. I could put like rugs and stuff. That might look pretty good. Bearskin rug. Yeah, that looks pretty interesting. I think I'll do that. And then we can do like geometric rugs. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Chromatic rug. Okay, pretty nice. Whole bunch of cushions and stuff like that I could consider. I reckon the tables look a little bit bare though, right? So if I'm not mistaken, in objects we did have candles and the like. Candle stand. Yeah, let's see if we can place these. Can I? This seems a little bit big though. Yeah, okay, I can scale it down a little bit. And can I copy this? Is there a way to do that? Control D. Whoops. Oh, there we go. Yes. I was like looking for the duplicate. Yeah, it's just in place, but I think I'll get rid of that one. Oh, okay. No, can't quite do that. Can I remove it from any of the hotkeys? I wonder. And down, hang on. What about up here? Delete. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we've got the stands, but let's actually get some candles in them. So let's scale this down a little bit. Looks a little bit squashed. Yeah, that looks decent. Let's pick that up and just place it there. And yeah, that looks really good actually. So I probably want to duplicate that and then I'll move that one across there. There's something about like things linking to certain tables though, right? Like, sorry, certain objects. So for example, you can see some of these things being highlighted and they're actually linked to this table. That could probably become a bit more problematic down the line when we're moving furnishings around. So I'm not entirely sure how to, you know, properly play around with the decorative mechanic, but I think we're, you know, we're not like being super serious about it all anyway, so you know, I'm not going to worry too much about it being exactly right. That looks fine. We need to move that at all? No, I don't think so. So yeah, we've got some candles. I think we could probably place down a few other bits and pieces. eventually, but I think for now, this is probably where we're going to be calling it an episode. Not bad. We set out to get that second star. We managed to do it after a bit of pain and a little bit of shuffling around with rolls. We tried to overwork Cuthbert, and that didn't pan out, so... well, look, I'm glad we're not, like, completely exploiting him. So, yeah, hopefully we can continue to work towards our third star in the next episode. But I think it's time for us to consider expanding the tap room even more, so that's probably going to be the focus of the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop me a like if you're enjoying things. I'm most certainly enjoying playing the game and having a blast recording it, and I hope to be making quite a few more episodes into the future. Wrapping up here, stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.